my baby dad, the reason why I think my baby dad is freaking gay on the down low or whatever you want to say is because his best friend had called me. And you know how girls, like when you find out your man is cheating, you go try to confront the girl, whatever, and you be like, you come to the girl, woman to woman. I know y'all all came to a girl, woman to woman before. Don't try to lie and say you ain't never do that. Don't try to lie. Okay, you probably did it one time in your life. I did it one time in my life. I was in high school, but that's another story. But well, somebody came to me. But anyway, so my baby dad was on his way to my house. It was like 4 a.m. I was having like breast and Hicks at the time or whatever. So he didn't have a phone. Don't ask me why he ain't a phone. He ain't never have a phone. I got like 6 different numbers on my damn phone for him. He not even my son life. So anyway, but his best friend had called me and was like, "Hey, can I speak to Tylenol?" And I was like, "Tylenol not here." So his best friend, Dear, was like, "Oh," he started crying on the phone. So he like, "Oh, anytime y'all argue, he come running here. Like, I love him. I really want y'all to work it out. Like, um, that's really like my bro and stuff like that." Now,
And then these niggas had the nerve to call each other twins and they don't even look alike.
mind you, Tylenol had this little music video thing, and him and Dear was in a music video, like dapping up and shit, and like whatever. But everybody in the neighborhood, in Tylenol neighborhood, was already like, "Is he like on the down low?" Like his own mama was asking me this type of stuff, and I'm like, "I don't know. That's your son." But so it's not funny. So they're on the fucking phone crying like, "Yeah, everybody be going against him in the world, and I'm just always here for him." So it just made me think, like, why is you calling me 4 o'clock in the morning look for this man? I told you he not around, and me and you don't even like each other for real. And now you crying on the phone. I should be the one crying, looking for him. Like, what the fuck is going on? So when Tylenol gets to my house, I'm like, "Yo, your friend Derek called and this and that and the third." And he like, "No, he ain't doing none of that. He wasn't crying none of that." Yes, he was. Now, mind you, Tylenol and Deer be doing like psychedelics and stuff like that. I don't do that. Okay? I don't do that. I'm a socially drinker. I went to Link University at HBCU, the first HBCU. I socially drink. I don't dabble into smokes and stuff like that because I feel like sometimes it could alter the way you think. Like, no. So I went to tell one of my girlfriends the story, and it was like, that shit don't sound right. Like, it sound like his homie there calling you like trying to confront you like a girl to girl, like anytime y'all argue he come running here, this and that and that and this. And I was like, I had that fucking feeling. And then every time Tylenol would go over fucking Deer house, and like Tylenol would fucking flip the I had got my iPad off of eBay for $50, like first generation whatever, so we could just talk. And he would flip the fucking camera, dumb shit, look at me dumb. And he would flip the camera, and it would be like drawers on the ground. Like, I know how us girls, we have sleepovers and stuff like that. But it made me think, because he was always at this nigga house. Like, his mom would be kicking, like my baby dad Tylenol, his mom would be kicking him out and shit like that. Mind you, it's not even a motherfucking house. It's the sister house. And it's Section 8. It's not nobody fucking house but the government. They ain't got no bills because the sister don't fucking work. But that's another story for another day. Child, I fucked up the first time. That's why I be trying to give y'all tips on not to be like me. But so Tylenol was on the phone and he was walking and the camera had flipped, and I was like, "Yo, is that underwear on the floor?" And he was like, "Yeah, Deer ain't clean up like his room." And I was like when I know I'm having company, regardless of what gender, I'm cleaning the fuck up. You ain't about to see my panties, none of that on the ground. And I was like, "This is weird." So it made me ask him. I was like, "When you spend the night at his house, how do y'all sleep?" And he was like, "We sleep feet to head to feet." Now this also got me thinking, because Tylenol mom was telling me like, "Yeah, he been coming in the house drunk, and he been like taking his clothes off in the living room, and like me and Park, so his sister name, let me just call her Park. Me and Park been having to talk to him because his niece and nephew was here, and we waking up in the middle of the night and the nigga ain't got no fucking drawers on, and like he butt ass naked. And this is the fucking thing. Like when I used to be with Tylenol and he used to be doing all this shit, like I would never go out to the bar and his neighborhood bar or shit like that. I'm just not, that's not me. I'm a homebody. So I would see like when he would be intoxicated around me, he would take his fucking clothes off. So I asked him, because his mom was like, find out if he do this like around his other friends. Because mind you, like his mom used to do like the white shit that people do, like white people do, that you're not supposed to do. She used to do that. And she was like, she showed signs of that. Mind you, I was in the fucking sister house one day. I'm gonna get back to the story, but I was in sister house one day and I went in her bathroom. Cause Tylenol will stay in the fucking bathroom. But I went in her bathroom and like in her under her sink, it had this fucking hole and it had a fucking plate with foil and like some white shit on it. Like I'm not too good with drugs. You call me dumb. I'm college educated. So I'm not really street knowledge. But I was like, yo, this don't fucking make sense. And then they had a spoon and from the shit that I know in movies. So I asked him like, is he doing that? Cause I knew he was going to the store. I don't want to get the video banned. But back to what I was talking about. So his mommy asked me, she was like, yeah, can you find out if he also do this, like how he be naked with his friends? Oh, and I'm in my head like, bitch, why the fuck won't you find out? But I still asked him. I'm like, telling her, I got a question. You know how when you get intoxicated and you just take your clothes off around me and then go to sleep? Do you do this around other people? And he was like, no, I don't do that. Like, that's gay shit. Like, I'm with my niggas and this and this and that and this. And I'm like putting two and two together. Like him and Deer one day they was high. Like the Doja Cat said, I like to get high, whatever the fuck that song is. They was fucked up because I remember I was kept calling Tylenol that night before he came over to my house for me having breaks to him. Cause I called him, and that's when Deer answered the phone. He was like, "What the fuck you want?" And I was like, wake Tylenol up. Like, I feel like I'm about to have contractions. Like, I'm about to go into labor. Mind you, I didn't know what the fuck Braxton Hicks was at the time. And he was like, this is Dear. He was like, bitch, you always fucking drawing. Like, he fucking sleep. And I was like, I don't care.
Nigga not gonna wake their homie up if they about to have their first baby.
If he sleep, wake him up. This is his baby. He not gonna want to miss this. So, Dear wakes Tylenol like, yeah, and this and that. And I remember, like, later on after Tylenol came, I didn't have the contractions. I dropped him back off at their house. And when he was going into their house, their mom ain't have a fucking shirt on sitting in the living room.
Y'all, you could look at this picture and tell what it say. You was a dummy. That was me.
So I'm like, they used to shit. And even if, like, they was fucking around or something, nobody would fucking know because the mom doing fucking drugs too. But I know, like, the homies, like, the niggas around the neighborhood was like, yo, he always with the white boys and shit. Like, that nigga gay, that nigga gay, that nigga gay. And I just remember, like, this girl, her name Brianna, and she was like, you need to watch out for him because he be with a bunch of niggas, and the niggas that he be with, like, they down low. So that's why I think that my baby dad is on the down low. Plus, when I tell y'all like the abusive stories and stuff like that, like he be having so much mom trauma, and like they say like the men who be having so much trauma, and then like I remember I went to Gaberhood, like we both worked at this place called Terror Behind the Walls. So I went to Gaberhood, and I had brought him with me. But we were supposed to go bowling, but we just meeting up with our friends. Mind you, our friends is girls. We meeting up with our friends, and it was like, yo, come in the gay bar. I think it was called Witty's or something. And it was like, come in there, like, yo, they give like they be having like extra liquor in the drinks, like you'll get real lit. So I told him like, let's go in there for one drink. Like we know both of the people. that's in there and we could bounce. Now, mind you, I done seen one of my homegirls that I went to college with, so I walked over to be like, hey, girl, what you doing here? And as soon as we got out of there, this fucking nigga caused a fucking scene. I have to begin. This nigga caused a fucking scene that our fucking friends had to come out there and try to calm Tylenol down. He was like, no, because she promised that she wouldn't leave me. Like, all these gay niggas looking at me and shit. Nobody's fucking worried about you. Nobody's worried about you. Just because you got hazel eyes and your locks is, hate brown, sandy brown, nobody's worried about you. And they like, just calm down, yo, just calm down, Tylenol. Like, she didn't mean it. She only walked over there to go say hi to her friend. And that's when I just realized, because, so I had a brother, he was gay. My birthday, April 11th, his birthday was April 12th. His birthday was right after mine. He passed away because he had kidney problems and like a couple other things going on. But, I remember my brother was telling me, like, the niggas that be the most homophobic be the niggas that be secretly, like, trying to talk to the, the gay niggas and be down low and shit like that. And it just had me fucking thinking, like, this nigga gotta be gay. Like, my baby dad not ugly, okay? He do look good. But you always having lady problems. And it's like, it's something deeper going on. And I remember I used to ask him, like, questions, like, because he would be like, he had dreams, would have dreams. That's why he said he was doing, like, the drugs and stuff. He said he would have dreams about someone poking stuff in his butt. And I told him to ask his mom, like, did anything happen to him? Because to me, like, when I took psychology classes, your brain will block off certain things, but you will remember it at some point. And I was telling him, like, you should see a therapist. I was really trying to help this man get his life together because he had potential. And that's the problem, ladies. We be falling in love with fucking potential and we need to leave. Exit stage fucking left right away. But anyway, he said he asked his mom before, like, I came in the picture, he was having his dreams, like, really vivid. And he would, like, just drowning out with the drugs and the alcohol and stuff like that. But he said he asked his mom. His mom was like, "No, a lady just put her boob in your mouth." And I was like, "That would mean that you like boobs. That's not adding up to the dream that you had." So I said, "Ask her again." Now that I'm in the picture, I said, "Ask her again because it's something that your mom is hiding." So he asked her, and your mom was like, "Something did happen, but I don't want to tell you what it was, and I don't want to tell you. You have to tell you what it is because you're going to try to kill them." And then that's when I had found out from his younger sister, who emancipated herself, that the older sister was touched. Um, the younger sister I was talking to was touched. And then I had told her about her brother, and she was like, it's a possibility that he could have been touched because the mom was touched by a aunt of hers. And this is the reason why I be protecting my son the way I do, because I wish I knew this before having him. Because I wouldn't have had a kid. I would have chose better and did better. So this is when I be telling y'all, like, tips and stuff. So I got a whole bunch of stories. So hopefully y'all like this. If y'all like this, I got a different bunch of stories that's way juicier than this. But I got proof and shit like that that I could provide. So if y'all need a part two, let me know and I will drop it down below.